Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everybody. This we will go into discussion on selected verses from the Brihat Jataka, chapter 4, 5, 6, and some remedial measures we will discuss. I think it is best stated in this particular chapter. We will go. We have some interesting things are there in Jataka Parijata and Saravali also. Best for progeny. This it is more about conception, not more exactly on progeny. On conception is best explained, but every book gives the same. What is it? But it is very neat. What is that? Brihat Jataka was the best for me to understand. Okay, Brihat Jataka, chapter 6, verse 5. During the day, Sun is the Karaka of Father and Venus is for Father. During the night, Saturn is the Karaka of Father and Moon is the Karaka of Father. This is not only Varaha Mirror, every classic says the same. The starting of the book, when it comes to progeny, this rule will be there in every classic, it is there. It is not exclusive for Varaha. Which says, Saravali, Jatak Parija, Horasara, everybody says the same. During the day, the sun is good in odd signs, favors the paternal signs, and gives prosperity father. Venus in the day, in the even signs, and he favors the maternal sign, is beneficial for mother. If Saturn occupies odd signs during the man, it's benevolent for the father and maternal sign. Moon being in even sign is good for the mother and the maternal sign. Saturn occupying even signs during the day is bad for father and paternal sign, and Moon occupying the odd signs in the day is bad for mother and mother's sign. So it's a very important thing when you're looking at the horoscope, Pitta, Dosh, and Matra. It's not just Sun and Moon. We'll also have to see the position of Saturn and Venus when it is a case of day or night. Mostly, whenever we see, we only see Sun and Moon. Surya is the Pitrakaraka, Chandra is the Matrakaraka. But slightly changes for day and night. It changes. We'll have. It is not exclusive in book. Every classic says the same. I don't know, for in practice, we don't use it at all. Okay, so this rule you're always remember. So when you see progeny, this is very important to see. When you see Matra Dosh, Pitra Dosh, this particular rule is very important to see. Yeah, somebody is saying something? Okay. Then another one very interesting case. Everybody keeps asking, well, if you get child earlier, it is okay. But in case if the children are being delayed, how do I plan for pregnancy? If you want to plan for pregnancy, there are planetary positions when a female is most fertile or most probable of getting a child. This is there in the classic only. This is also part of the books. Says Sun and Venus in dignity, especially in own signs or own houses, and transiting the 3-6 Upachayasthanas from Lagna. Moon in the 3-6-10 level from his natal moon and aspected by Jupiter. For men, when this position is there, it is the best time. What is very easy to get a child. At the same time, for a woman, it must be Mars and Moon must be strong in their own house. It must be strong and must be transiting the 3-6-10 and 11. The feminine is likely to conceive. So, if anybody is having a delayed progeny, or you don't know what is it, it's not forming, they're having a problems, or you're planning for IVF and all this, do it during this particular period. This one more very, very important rule is the women's best fertility day is when the 12th to 14th day. You know, the ovulation can be any time between the 10th and 20th. So usually the 12th and 14th is the most fertilized day. If the Janma Tithi falls close to these days, you can not take it 12 to 14. Somewhere between where you can take 10th to 20th day, the Janma Tithi falls. The chance of getting pregnant is very, very strong. Okay, it is not just this combination. You must have Jupiter and transit aspect in the fifth chart, or Jupiter in D1 and D. This aspect must be there. One must be running the Dasa Antar Dasa of the Lagna Lord, 7th Lord, 5th Lord, Jupiter, or strong planet. There are a lot of rules. So you must be running a period, but that period can be for 3 years or 1 year. which is the best you want to plan for many purposes. You want to know which is the best for a person can get pregnant, or you want to avoid either way. Even if you want to artificially, they don't want to have a kid. This is a very important role. I've seen it working. This is there in the classics. Any doubts on this? Anybody wants to say something on this? Ask something about this. Okay.
Sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that women's best fertility day is 12th to 14th day after pregnancy.
Yeah, after menstruation. Yes.
Acha, after menstruation. After pregnancy, I was getting confused.
No. Menstrual cycle 28, normally average 28-day cycle. After menstrual cycle, usually this is scientifically 12th to, usually what the doctors will say is the 10th to 20th day, if you have, the chance of getting pregnant is high. So if you want to avoid pregnancy, you don't want to use artificial contraceptives, then after she becomes clean, the 5th to 10th or 20th later, the chances of getting pregnant is very remote. So usually they will say try to consummate during the middle 10 to 20th day. But then the problem is if Tithi is not happening in the 10th or 20th day, very little chance. Usually a female is at her fertility best during her Tithi. So somewhere her Tithi must coincide. This is one rule. Or her Mars and Moon must be strong when generally aspect with Jupiter. So when it is aspect with Jupiter or Jupiter is in trine to her Mars and Moon, it is very, very favorable. At the same time, you have the rule for men also. And then there is a rule where Jupiter must be for getting pregnancy. Jupiter, where is the fifth lord, and what is the dasa, all that matters. But you need not go into all that. Okay, some people within a year they get married. So you want to avoid this month, next month, or you want to have it early. You want to know there is an astrological rule in the classes. Which is the most fertile period? Get pregnant. In fact, the classic starts with the menstruation cycle. When will a female get her first menstrual cycle? When Moon and Mars are mutually aspecting each other in Upachayasthana, a female will get her first menstrual cycle. That's how it starts. And then it goes on to Garbhadana. On conception will be approved. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We go into one more very interesting thing. Rulers of the pregnancy months. There are 10 months. Alala, the first month is ruled by Venus, the sperm, and it rules the vital essence. Dhana, mass, solidifies and takes the form of a kidney bean, the second month. Third is Ankura, ruled by Jupiter, the sprouting or budding of the vital organs. Asti, fourth is Sun, formation of the bones. Fifth is Charma, formation of skin, blood, marrow. Sixth is Ankaja, Saturn, formation of hair, nails, blood. Seventh is Chetanata or Chetana, Mercury, consciousness, the awakening of consciousness happens in the 7th month. The soul enters the body in the 4th month, 9th day. So an abortion happening after that is killing a child. It's happening before, it is just a pindam. 8th month is the Lagna, the umbilical activity becomes there in the 8th month. 9th is Udvega, no desire to be born. 10th is Prasava, son, delivery. So why this particular information is when a baby is being formed, even if there is an abortion is when what is in the 4th month, her sun is in the 8th, sun is in the 8th house, sun becomes Nicha, sun is in Malefics, abortion can be strong, or the formation of the child's bone becomes weak. So either if a particular planet in that particular month, which is the ruler, gets weak from her chart, from her moon and Lagna, an abortion can take place, or that particular formation can become problematic. So this is very important for remedial measures to strengthen that particular planet. You have to know this, strengthen that particular planet, calculate it, and remedial measures. There is a 4th month remedial measure. Umsavana is there, 7th month is there. All these are related. Many people do not know the actual what they do. But every month there is a particular planet. You can pray to that particular planet to keep it strong. So you want to know nothing happens, you can even check that every month the planet which is ruling, check up in the girl's horoscope whether it is strong, so there is no complication happening. Okay, this is very good, very important because people do some rituals blindly. They do this. Pumsavanas done. Pumsavana is mostly done to change the child into a male. That's the intention they do, but it is more of protecting the particular child. Anybody wants to say something?
Sir, I observed that the eighth Lagna doesn't have a planet representing it, and I also observed that Sun and Moon are happening twice.
Yeah, yes, it
Is
happens
there a
twice.
answer?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it happens twice.
So
The
what do we
father, mother, no, and Lagna will not have a planet. So it is the Lagna of the child. There are a lot of rules. What is it? When what you call it? Prenatal epoch rules are there. What if there is an horoscope to calculate the conception time, when it got fertilized, what is the planetary combinations, and when a person joins with what a consummation takes place, and depending on it, how will be the delivery, what will be the gender, there are many rules like those. So the lagna can be predicted. Usually the lagna, when the day both of them consummate and fertilization takes place, wherever sun is trying to it will be the lagna. You can easily guess and find out what will be the lagna of the child going to be. It is based on the day they conceive. There are a lot. It is there in the class. You can open Varamira. Varamira will tell you all that. It's called prenatal epoch. Adana Jataka.
Yeah. And you mentioned something about the abortion happening in the 4th month, vis-a-vis the abortion happening.
According to one of the Garbhopanishad, 4th month, 9th day is where the soul enters the body. Though the book, it is already booked. It is not like the sperm enters and sperm takes over. No, it is just an automatic process. But the actual thing happens in the 4th month, 9th day. But the consciousness, happens in the 7th month. The child getting spastic, mentally retarded. You want to know? It is in the 7th month. If Mercury is Nicha, the 6, 8, 12 combust. If it happens, the child's mental, it depends on how brilliant is the child, depends on the 7th month. That's why most of the pujas are done in the 7th.
So can this be used to even do a retro analysis of a birth chart, and we'll calculate the
Yes,
time?
that's called the Adana Jataka. There is your birth horoscope is a Janma Jataka. There is one thing called the Adana Jataka, prenatal epoch. Every classic will start with the combinations of prenatal epoch. To cast the horoscope, actually a brilliant astrologer must predict from the prenatal epoch. What is the planetary position? What is the lagna when the child was formed? He must predict connected with the birth chart. What is the only if you know to do it, what's one part, very important part of astrology. What is the prenatal chart? What is the Adana Jataka? What is the Janma Jataka? What is the Rudu Jataka? Rudu Jataka, the girl comes to her puberty.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll give you some certain rules in the classics. Child without marriage, what the classic says. If Jupiter does not, it's for the kid, not for the parent. If Jupiter does not aspect Lagna, Moon, or the Sun, Moon is malefically placed in D1 and D9. New Moon with malefic combination without beneficial association. All these are Sun and Moon conjunction in Amavasya born. Sun and Moon conjunction with malefic association gives birth to an adulterous pregnancy. It's not generally adulterous, it can be without marriage also. So this is not for the mother or the father, it is for the child. When you look at the child's horoscope, it is born without marriage or in an adulterous way, you will see Jupiter, that Jupiter does not aspect Lagna, Moon or Sun. At least one of them it must aspect. Or Jupiter must be strongly placed in the chart. Or mostly Moon is malefically placed in most D1 and D2. Most of the classic says Amavasya born with malefic association. Definitely the birth, the legitimacy of the birth is vested. Then you have Sun, Moon, Jupiter nature. One of the other classics is Sun, Moon, Jupiter nature of these planets occupy Lagna and is aspected by Saturn. Or if Moon and Venus are in Lagna, aspected by Saturn, gives a child without marriage. Okay. Again, this is not for the mother. This is seen in the kids first. A classic case, a child without marriage. Then there is one difficult mother's chart, difficult delivery, cesarean or painless thing, induced, I go through this difficult, complicated case. If malefics occupy the 4th or 7th from the moon, malefics associated with the moon, the delivery is with much difficult. The child will be synonymous to the lagna and its association. And the color of the child is related to the moon's place. Okay? This is Navamsa. Okay, the Navamsa lagna and the looks of the baby, and the color of the baby is more related to the moon in Navamsa, not in the D1 chart, in Navamsa chart. All the classics say the same thing. You want to know how a person looks, it is not the Rasi chart. The Lagna Lord, Navamsa Lagna Lord, will tell you about the looks, the planet and its association, and the moon's position will tell you about the color. Again, I think it's a big topic we discuss, but this is what the classic says. Another important thing, abandoned at birth. If the moon and sun are in the 5th and 9th from Saturn or Mars, the child will be forsaken by its mother. If Jupiter aspects it, the child lives long even if it is forsaken by the mother. So most of the abandoned kids adopted kids, you must have this combination. This is one of the combination. You have to, all of them are just one combination. You have to formulate your other combinations. It just gives a hint. So you can easily guess what are the other rules. It's not these are not the all rules. They can be many other rules. The sun and moon are in the 5th or 9th from Saturn and Mars. Or is one of the hint. All these are hints. You will have to develop your other rules. Classics will not tell you all the possible rules. It will give you a hint, and then you understand the crux of the situation. Then you all can develop, the other rules will fall completely. Okay, the death of the mother. If sun is with the malefic and is in the 10th house from the mother, which is conjoined or aspected by Saturn, is one. Venus in the 4th house with malefic as aspect, especially Saturn. Venus in the 4th house and malefic aspect is supposed to be bad for the mother. 4th house Venus is in the birth. If the 4th is birth is in the night and Mars is in the 5th or 9th from this aspect to Roman, it's again, it is very bad for mother. We've seen direct in detail. We'll see Matra dosha with example, Pitra dosha with example, where a child is born, how it becomes detrimental to the father, what are the combination? Many combination with example, and mother, where it has been detrimental for the mother. I'll give you one point most important, not death of mother, single mother, marriage, divorced, widowed. If you want to see one combination, what will be that if the child has 2 malefics sitting in the 4th house, most of the divorces and widow, single mother sitting, you will see the child having 2 malefics. Naturally, moon is afflicted, weak moon, afflicted moon, and you have 2 for 4th house. It's a single mother. Very difficult for her to, a married life becomes proud. Naturally, single mother, the child must also have the 9th house of. But I'm just saying from the mother's point of view. We will go to Balarishta.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
last slide, the difficult delivery. This
Yeah.
also to be seen in child's.
No, this is not the child. This is the mother's house.
This is mother. Okay.
If the mother has 4th house or 7th house from the moon, malefics there. Okay, this is classics, but usually I will tell you it is a dasa, antardasa, and the transit at the moment. If the girl has 8th house malefics, the delivery is difficult. She has Mars, Rahu, Sat, 2 malefics associated in the 8th house, the birth. See, if the child is formed by the 5th house, but the child is delivered through the 8th house.
Yes.
Okay, and especially the 8th from the moon. So if a girl has 8th house affliction from the moon or the lagna, she'll have a difficult delivery. Or she must not be running up. In transit, she is having 2 malefics transiting in the 8th from the moon at the time of delivery also can be bad.
This abundant at birth, that is in child's horoscope, no?
Oh yeah, that's in child's house.
Death
Yes.
of mother, yeah.
That's in the child's house. Death of the mother is also in the child's house.
Death of mother cannot be seen in the mother's chart, right, sir? I mean, does it come
Yeah,
to Pudra dosha in the mother's chart?
Yes. No. In the sense, yeah, that is a different rule. No, that's for longevity.
Okay.
That will come under longevity. Okay, these are Balarishta doshas. First 12 years. these are classical goals, which is there in Paramira, which what Virat Jataka talks about Balarishta, birth during Lagna or Chandra Sandhi or in Moon's Hora. Moon's Hora, it is not your daily Hora, it is your, the Marga division. Surya Hora and Chandra Hora. With malefic planets in the end of the signs or the 4 Kendras of malefics conjoin the moon with the moon. And malefics conjoined the moon, it brings danger to the child. The next rule, if malefics and benefic planets occupy the second half of the zodiac, that is 5th to the 10th, and the birth is in the Kita Rasi. Kita Rasi is Cancer or Scorpio, or the Lagna and the 7th are occupied by malefics. Second one. Malefics occupy Lagna and the 7th, and malefics are conjoining the moon and unaspected by benefics. Then another rule, if the weak moon occupies the 12th with malefics and Lagna, and the Kendra has no benefics, if moon associates with the malefic, can occupy the 7th, 12th, 8th, and benefics are not in Kendras. The moon occupies the 6th, 8th, aspected by malefics. Another very, I've seen it happen. Moon in the 6th, 8th, 12th, aspected by malefics, like straight away, to understand that is Balarishta, first 12 years. You will never know what happens to the kid. Whether it's survival, it can be very sick. The Lagna Lord, you know what is Balarishta? No? The child's longevity is twisting, there is sickness, health problems. Child is always falling sick. But if it is very severely afflicted, the child can also pass it. This is Darishta. If Lagna Lord is in the 7th and associated with malefic, this is a very strong Balarishta. If the weak moon is in Lagna with malefics in 8th or Kendras, or if moon is in a Pavakati occupying 8th, 7th, or the 7th, if the moon is in Lagna and malefics in the 7th or 8th, without the aspect of a strong benefic, the mother and child dies. In a typical case when the Lagna Lord goes to the 7th or 8th. If the moon is in the last namams of a sign and malefics are in the 6th and 8th without beneficial aspects, or if the Lagna conjoins with the moon with the malefics in the 7th. If Saturn, Sun, Moon, and Mars occupy the 12th, 9th, and 8th and unaspected another one. The moon with malefics occupy the 5, 7, 9, 12, first or 8th house and all associated with. These are, you can just understand these are things, so you can easily understand the gist or the crux of what causes Balarishta. It is Lagna and the moon, with malefics and aspected with benefics, and the benefics are not strong in the horoscope. And naturally, if you have a bad dasa running, you are running a bad dasa, or in transit, you are running Sade Sate, or you are running 6th, 8th, 12th Lord dasas, you are running Rahu dasa at birth, Ketu dasa at birth, Saturn dasa at birth, or an afflicted moon dasa at birth. All this can cause Balarishta in the person. Then there are antidotes for this. Okay, in case the child has this, but if the strong Jupiter is in Lagna, or the Lagna is in a Kendra aspect of Venus, even if the moon is in the 8th, if he occupies the Trigana of Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, moon comes. If the moon is full, occupying beneficial sign, especially with Venus aspect, all the events are evident. If Venus, Mercury, Jupiter occupies a Kendra and strength or conjoined with malefics, all the doshas are gone. If moon is in the 6th house, but in the Trekana of Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury, the child is protected. If the full moon is in Shubhakatari, the child is fully protected. Full moon in the 5th or 8th in the night is protected from all dangers. If Jupiter is powerful and in Kendra, avoids all dangers. Jupiter, Moon, Venus, Mercury occupy beneficial signs, they are Balarishta. The sign lord of moon is in the Kendra with benefics is fulfilled. With benefics and malefics occupy Shubha. Rahu in the 3, 6, 11 is supposed to be such a good protection. All the planets and show their classes. Generally, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Scorpio. The planet is in a planetary war, but aspected by benefics. If Jupiter is aspected by all the planets, if moon is aspected by all the planets, it also goes. And apart from this, you have to do respective remedial measures for overcoming Balarishta doshas. Okay, these are certain nakshatras which are supposed to be dangerous for the kid. Birth in Gandanda nakshatra, Revati, Ashwini, Asnesha, Maka, Jeshta, Moolam. brings dangers to the child. If the moon is waning and with malefic aspect, the danger becomes very intense and strong and brings danger for the parent also. So birth in different nakshatras. Ashwini first father, Ashwini nakshatra causes danger to the father for the first 3 months the birth of the child. Bharani, a baby born in the third pada Bharani has danger to his life for 72 days from its birth. Rohini, a baby born in the first pada is dangerous to the mother's brother and birth. The second pada is dangerous to the mother. The fourth pada is extremely auspicious. Pushya, the male baby born Pushya brings danger to the father. A female baby born in the night brings danger to the mother. First pada is dangerous to the maternal uncle. Second pada is also bad. Danger lasts for 3 months. Aslesha, first pada is auspicious. Second pada brings danger to the child. Third pada brings danger to the mother. Fourth pada brings danger to the father or mother. A girl born in the first pada brings danger to the father for 9 months. Uttara Palguni, a child born in the first pada brings danger to the mother's brother for 5 months. Chitra, first, second, and third brother brings danger to the mother's brothers for the first 6 months. Some classic gives dangers to the father. It's a belief in South that Chitra born bring danger to father. Jeshta is supposed to divide the nakshatra by 10. Father brings dangers to the maternal grandmother. Second part, father dangers to the maternal grandmother. Third part is dangers to the maternal uncle. Fourth part is dangers to the siblings. Fifth part, dangers to the baby. Sixth part, it is auspicious. Seventh part brings dangers to the. Eighth part is danger to the baby. Ninth part, dangers to the mother for 9 months. 10th part, dangers to the mother. Jeshta is called Jeshta Mola Kandakta. Bring danger to the males. Mola, divide the nakshatra by into 12 parts. First part, danger to father. Second part, danger to mother. Third part, danger to brother. Fourth part, danger to sister. Fifth part, danger to father. Sixth part, danger to paternal uncle. Seventh part, dangers to paternal uncle. Eighth part, loss of wealth. Ninth part, danger to the child. 10th part, poverty. 11th part, danger to servants. 12th part, danger to the parent. Purushada, dangers to the father's life. Revati, danger to the baby for 3 weeks. These dangers are strong if the moon is waning and with malefic exception. A strong lagna, benefic kendras, malefic upachaya is a strong antidote. Benefics with moon aspect in the moon nullifies the abortion doshas. There are remedial measures. What has to be done for this? We will in class. We will tell you the remedial measures. If a child is born, what is to be. Okay. So another one thing I was telling about the seat of dosha. No, in fifth house affliction with the sun is Pitra dosha. Affliction by Rahu is Putra dosha. Affliction to Jupiter in the fifth house is Putra and Deva dosha. Affliction by Saturn or affliction to Saturn in the fifth house is Kuladeva dosha. Affliction to Venus will be Matra dosha. Most of the doshas are only nothing but the affliction happening in the fifth house. We see it in detail. Putra karma. The main afflicted planets is identified and the karma understood. The planets must be remedied to remove the obstacles in begetting a child. Sun, anger of Lord Shiva, and curses of the Pithrus of forefathers. If moon is the most afflicted planet, curse the anguish of mother or a married woman result in the anger of goddess Parvati. If it is Mars, most afflicted planet, this is related to the fifth house. Karma related to enemies, relatives, brothers, sisters, and the anger of Lord Subramanian. These are all very important for you to understand which is the planet to be remedied to get a particular. If you do not understand this, it will become difficult to remedy. What should be the karma and how it has to be remedied. If it is Mercury, it's killing our cat, fishes, broken birds, eggs, curses of young children, the anger of Lord Vishnu. Jupiter is cutting down trees, insulting family priests, gurus, or Brahmins, or any Deva Kopa. Shukar, destroyed garden of sufferings done to cows, curse of a young girl or a married woman, or Yakshini's curse. Saturn, negative karma of cutting down people trees, resided by spirits, curse of spirits, and the anger of Yamaraj. Rahu is a curse of a snake cell. Ketu is stolen money from a Brahmin. Mandi. All these are related to the fifth house. Combination of the fifth house. If these planets afflicted in the this is the possible karma and why you will not get a kid. Mandi Preta Sava occurs from spirits. Moon and Venus with Mandi, sin of killing a cow or a young girl. Jupiter Ketu with Mandi, killing of a Brahmin. You can build this. Different kind of killing will be somewhere Mandi with planets. If they have just given 2 months. With this is not the all. There is one thing very, very important called the Sandhana Tithi. There's a way of calculating the Sandhana Tithi and the current. Once that is cut, you have to find out what is a person's Sandhana Tithi and what is the Sandhana current. Then that will give you a hint at what's the Devata to be done. You have to mix this, finding this, the actual remedy is only for a child is if you know, you have to discover the Sandhana Tithi, there's a calculation. And there is not, it's not the birth Tithi and the birth current, it is a different method. Sandhana Tithi and current. That will keep, you will find out what is the Tithi, what is the current. That Devata, if you worship, only then it will, any doshas relating to kids, we will see this Sandhana Tithi in class. We will do in detail. This is just an introduction I've given you on the remedial measures. But detail after we calculate the Sandhana and current, there is how and what to be worshipped to remove the doshas for it. We do it correctly, any childless or any problems can be removed. Okay, see now. Any doubts? In the class, we'll be doing first session, childless children, illegitimate children, children from many spouses, Satputra, Putra dosha, sickly death, separation, enmity. We'll be decoding a lot, Saptamasa, Godamsa, and the progeny factor, Jaimni and progeny. Bhrigunandi Nadi and progeny. Bijasputa, Kshetrasputa, another Greek, Putrasa, synastry and progeny, timing of progeny, twins, spending karma will be the first class. Second session will be gender, timing of progeny, delayed progeny, number of children, synastry progeny, children bringing luck and children, parents get Mata dosha, matching and progeny, pending karma and progeny, remedial measures, Sandhana Tithi and remedial measures. We'll be in detail, we'll be taking discussing Brihat Parasvaksha, Maladivika, Jadak Paranda, Brihat Jataka, Paramartha. I'll be quoting from all and related with example charts with this. Any doubts? Anybody's having? Can ask me.
So these days they say that number of children.
Yeah.
I mean, because it depends upon the it's a will also, no? It's a free will.
Yeah, we are reducing it. No, it's a Rahu type, so everything is reduced. So 1 and 2 itself is too much. 1 kid is big thing. 2 is you have got too many. 2 is to have 2 children is too many. 3 is excess nowadays. It was 25 years, it was 16 children was there. But nowadays,
So,
I think 1 child itself a big thing. To even get a 1 child, you know, what's the delivery cost? 1 lakh. How much is it take to get a child?
I don't know, sir.
I think it's 1 lakh.
Okay.
A normal delivery, the time you, I'm saying only in the hospital. A normal hospital will cost you 1 lakh. I'm not asking the 9 months. In a hospital, you go normal delivery, how much it cost? If it's a cesarean, what happens? 60-70% is only cesarean. Normal, nobody does any normal delivery. No?
Yes.
There
So
are
what
cases.
I what I mean to say is that how many children one wants to have, they say it's a free will now. How many pregnancies one can have, maximum can be seen from chart. But
Yeah,
how
but
many
we
will
it
have
is.
children, can we see?
No, you can't. You can say the probability. How, what I say, fertile and fruitful is the women. She can get 16, 17. It can indicate, but does not mean she will get. She can get. She will. What I say, a chart shows very, very fertile horoscope, very fruitful horoscope. It will show. So there is an horoscope which will show very, very little. The chance of getting pregnant is very little. Or there's a horoscope where okay, she will get maybe 1 kid. But I think everybody's horoscope has come to only 1 kid, no? Nowadays. Even a fruitful
that is what
girl gets 1 kid, a girl with affliction also will get 1 kid. The only difference will be that a girl with good horoscope will get it very easily without any problem. The other girl will get it with a lot of difficulties. Maybe at the same time. Then it will only depict on how the happiness from the child only will matter nowadays. So you cannot say the number of kids will not apply much. Very rarely you will see nowadays anybody's in this after 2000 having more than 2 kids. Very, very rare. You know anybody having more than 2 kids?
No, so these days, so the trend is of having one child. Whether it's a girl or a boy, people don't mind.
See, if you ask me, girl or boy, you know what is a preference? Whose horoscope is nice? If you imagine you get a boy with a bad horoscope, is good.
No,
Good
it's better
horoscope.
to have a girl. Yeah, these is what I'm trying to say is
Girl
that
or
people's
boy,
thinking is
it
changing.
must be a good horoscope. It is what is as an astrologer, I will tell you. But everybody, male horoscope is better. If a girl is good horoscope, then she is good. If a guy is good horoscope, is good. Either way, if both have a bad horoscope, is bad. It's not the gender. You must be born with a good horoscope.
Yeah, I've seen in previously people used to, keep on trying, till they get a son, they used to try,
Yeah,
Now the thinking is changed now. Now thinking is. So in my family, I've never seen that discrimination between girl and a boy.
Yeah,
I have never seen my parents, neither in my grandparents also.
It's
There was
changed,
no
definitely it is.
distinction between boy and a girl. But usually
both are achieving. No? Both as women have got the thing and they can achieve as equally as any men.
yes.
And many people prefer women. No, women are more loving, more than men. No? Men get married and go away. At least the female will keep in touch with the parents till the last.
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any other doubts? We'll be seeing abortions also. Abortion is, I just gave a hint. See why when abortion takes place and the one gets weak. But again, then the girl's horoscope also, you will see the mass being very strongly there. One reason why abortion takes place.
So there is a difference between miscarriage and abortion. Na? So abortion is one does willingly, and miscarriage is
miscarriage. I mean miscarriage. Abortion, miscarriage, two things. Miscarriage is beyond your control. Abortion is you do it. You do it
with your own will.
Yeah.
So can we check by in the chart that person will go for abortion?
Yeah. You can see that definitely the Antardasa will indicate. One is the birth horoscope itself will be. I'll tell you one case. An example which I remember. There was a girl with Makara Lagna, 12th house Rahu. Okay, our 5th house is nice. No malefic in the 5th house. 5th lord is well placed, but she's running the Desa of Rahu in the 12th house in Dhanus. Okay. 3 abortions. The baby is not standing. What I say, it will form second month, it will get aborted. Why? Because she's running the Desa of a malefic planet in the 12th house, which is 8th from the 5th house. I asked them to do a Sarpa Pradishta. After the Sarpa Pradishta, I think it's the 4th child. After that, she had 2 children. There was no abortion, just after the Sarpa Pradishta.
But she used to go through miscarriages. You mean to say that?
That was a miscarriage.
Miscarriage.
It was getting aborted, or it is a miscarriage. So it was. In fact, it is not there in the horoscope. Jupiter was well placed for a 5th house, no affliction. Just the Desa was created. So sometimes miscarriages can happen. Miscarriage can happen with the basic affliction in the horoscope. Miscarriage can happen because of the Desa. Mostly I've seen miscarriages happening because of Desa. If it is affliction in the horoscope, what happens? There is a miscarriage, 2-3 miscarriages, and there is no child. If it is there in the horoscope. But if it is only in Atar Dasa, there is a miscarriage, but then the child will be born. And mostly the miscarriage, the same, the Atma only will be born again. 2-3 miscarriage, the same child will be born again.
Oh.
You know the story of Bhishma, no? How Bhishma was born? Ganga, giving birth.
Ganga Putra, no? Ganga Putra.
But that was 8 different children. It was born and 8th was Bhishma. So 2-3 abortions, I have seen cases when all of them are the same soul being born again and again.
Oh. That's interesting.
Yes. Anybody wants to say something?
Sir, I was reading a book by B.V. Raman.
Yeah.
And he says Lagna Lord in 5th house is also problematic for getting children, because Lagna Lord is like the sun.
Yes, definitely. Lagna, see that not Lagna is the sun. Lagna Lord is your physical ability. What I say, you can't have a weak Lagna and get a child. So you are not physically capable.
No,
You
but
can't have a Lagna Lord in 6, 8, 12, Lagna Lord having 2 malefics, Lagna Lord afflicted, what I say, how will you, especially a female must get a child. For a male, there is physical strength, masculinity, libido. The Lagna matters a lot.
no, but Lagna Lord in 5th house is not badly placed. No, it is
No,
good,
no.
well
What
placed.
happens in Lagna Lord in the 5th house is it will eat away the 5th house propensity. It is
Uh,
not given in the classic books. It is only taught. This is only taught in Parambara. I've seen it in usually the classic Lagna Lord in the 5th house is very. In fact, the rules for what is the common first rule for progeny. First rule is if a chart has Lagna Lord in 5th house in connection, in mutual aspect, mutual connection, one will get a king. So Lagna Lord in the 5th house is an excellent position. But there is a Parambara rule when Lagna Lord and 5th Lord conjoined in any other house or 5th Lord aspect Lagna Lord aspect house different. But Lagna Lord in the 5th house alone, I've seen it being bad. It is certain in Parambara, even you see the Parambara of Sanjay Rath, it's the same role he teaches.
yeah, only alone, Lagna Lord alone in 5th house
5th house, yes.
creates problems in progeny.
Yeah. But if it's aspected by benefics, then it's not a problem.
Yeah. And another thing, now you just now said Mars connection with the 5th can give,
Abortions. Yeah.
abortions and things like
8th house
that.
mass, 8th house mass.
But suppose Mars is a Yog Karaka or a,
It will still give. It will give still.
still give, huh?
If
Okay.
Mars, we must differentiate what is it. Mars is bad in the 5th or 7th house, it's bad is bad. For
Okay.
material purpose, it's a yoga karaka. For material purpose, it is a different purpose. When it comes to jiva karakatvam, malefic planets kill the jiva karakatvam, but they are good for the ajiva karakatvam. Only benefits are good for both. And rather, benefics are good for jiva karakatvam, not good for ajiva karakatvam. Malefics are always good for ajiva karakatvam, but even if they are yoga karakas, they are bad for the jiva karakatvam. I'll tell you one particular interesting rule. 5th law, 5th Saturn, Mars, Sun in the 5th house, in their own house, it is supposed to be good. Even with the malefic, they give children. It's a classic rule. 5th house Mars in its own house will give a child. With Sun or another malefic, it will give a child. But if it is with the benefic, it will not give a child.
Oh.
This is a classical rule.
But Saturn alone gives children, sir. I have seen.
Yes. 5th house Saturn
and
in its own house.
No delay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. 5th house the classic rule starts with, because see, classics will not give you entire gamut of all possible rules. It will only hint. You will have to decode or open up all the things. Malefic owning the 5th house in the 5th house will give kids. It never stops with that. Even when there is another malefic with it, it will give kids.
Oh.
Okay, it will not stop. It will still give kids.
Interesting. Sir, I have a chart, my relatives only. He is Kanya Lagna and Mercury in 5th house and Mars in 8th house.
Okay.
He did not have any problem in progeny. They had children, I think, within, they have 2 children, I think, within first 4 years of marriage.
You must not see it in Divan alone chart. And from Lagna alone is not the point. There are many other rules. There are rules for progeny. It's not just 5th house or 8th house is affliction. 8th house Mars in its own house. It's not a problem.
Mars in own house and Lagnesh in 5th house. Mercury in 5th house. Never had any issues in
it's a friendly house for Mercury. It's a friendly house. You will have to take all that into account. Where is Jupiter? Where the position is in Navamsa? What Drekana? You know Drekana, how important is Drekana for progeny?
No, sir.
Very important. Dwadashamsa is very important. Saptamsa is very important.
Saptamsha, yes, we do check.
I'll tell you, a planet in the 5th house. Okay. You said Lagna Lord in the 5th house is bad. There are 3 Trekanas. Okay. Over there. Makara has 3 Trekanas. It can be in the Trekana of Capricorn. It can be the of Taurus and Virgo.
Yes.
If it is in Capricorn, it is malefic. But if it is in Taurus, or let's say if it is in the 3rd Trekana, it will be in Virgo, which is exalted.
Oh.
Mercury is exalted. So you see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a Navamsa starting from Makara to Virgo. What Navamsa is Mercury, what Trekana is Mercury, you will have to find out. It's very general when you say Lagna Lord in the 5th alone is bad. You must see which Trekana Mercury is placed, which Navamsa Mercury is placed, and then come to a conclusion. Mm-hmm. So it is sensitive to an affliction, especially if it takes a malefic Trekana and a malefic Navamsa. Or it is 6, 8, 12, it makes it more worse.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? Any doubts? We'll have a very interesting, very detailed, progeny discussion. I have a lot of interesting horoscopes. We will see. This is just a glimpse I have given you on this remedial session. We will go into a lot. I'll teach about Sandhana Tithi and I'll tell you exactly how to remedy the. It's very, very important. The art of, especially regarding kids, what is the right remedy when there is a dosha? It is not the chart alone. We'll have to see the planets in the D1, D7. Then we'll have to see the Sandhana Tithi and then come to a conclusion. So what should be, or is the Devada to be remedy? To do it correctly, the remedy will work. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, in the upcoming class, the 2-day sessions,
Yes, sir.
Are we going to deal only with the progeny creation aspect, or are we going to deal with even the afflictions to the progeny, which is also a type of a putra dosha?
No, in detail we'll be seeing. In each, I take 10 horoscopes, I'll be discussing. Childless, I'll be discussing 10 charts. What causes, what are the combination for getting children? What are the combination for no children? For sickly children, children dying, children being separated. We'll be seeing all that in detail. Then we will be seeing gender. If we can predict the gender, number of kids, we can be seeing. In detail, we will be seeing all the afflictions in the horoscope release.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any more queries? Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. So
Thank you.
session.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
This session is next Sunday and Sunday after it. 2 sessions, 3 hours each. They may extend beyond what sir has given, 3 hours. So we'll have a short lunch break. Yes, sir? Or...
Yes, ma'am. Sure. It will definitely be 4 hours, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Session will be 4 hours.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Hope to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.